What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Kessel Run Transmissions. We are live talking about the brand new episode of The Mandalorian, really, right now. Hey.
You guys might hear a little dog in the background.
Sorry, guys.
You're going to have to deal with it. Sorry.
Yeah. Hold on. Y'all do. Corey, take over.
Okay. So, Claire, what's
Hey.
up? Claire's with us.
Hi.
We just watched the first episode of Mando Season 2, Chapter 9, called The Marshal. And we all collectively screamed together the minute the Marshal was like on the screen, just the title.
Yes, we did. And we knew it was coming. And still, when it happened, I don't think any of us were prepared for that.
No. Yeah,
Still.
because it's one thing for us to see the rumors and even talk about the rumors or report it, scoops we might have, but like to actually see it, it's physically in front of us now. It's just
Nikki, hi, buddy.
What's up, Nikki? Nikki is in
Nikki's
the
in the chat.
Nikki's
What's
in the
up,
chat
homie?
right now. So before we
Thanks,
talk
buddy.
about this episode and extensively,
Hey, hold on. We got a super chat already, so let me just. Samir Tesfai says, my review of Chapter 9.
Same, Samir.
this is a spoiler review. Just want to let everyone know.
Very
Jay
spoiler
says, huh?
filled. What's up, Jay?
This is a complete spoiler review. Okay, yeah. So we watched Chapter 9 tonight, The Marshal, and I feel like we, since this is a spoiler review, we're just gonna go out and talk about it. Cobb Vanth.
Sorry, my phone's Cobb Vanth.
Cobb Vanth
Cobb Vanth.
did appear in this episode. Now, Cobb Vanth was one of the rumored cameos all the way back in, I believe it was April, when Clone Wars was still airing, and the Hollywood Reporter reported on it. And I remember I was talking about it and be like, that's crazy that they got Timothy Oliphant to play what at the time we're like, well, he has to wear the Boba Fett armor. And for those of you who read the Aftermath novels and loved it, what a payoff.
Honestly.
To see that scene of Cobb Vanth buying the Boba Fett armor from the Jawas. What a insane thing to see. I mean,
Yeah.
I never would have thought in a million years anything from the Aftermath novels would be recreated.
No.
Well, I never thought in a million years really anything from the novels would get pulled.
No.
Nikki says R5 rights.
R5.
R5 is there.
Yes.
Oh my God. Honestly, it's just crazy because everybody, since Disney acquired Lucasfilm and started pumping out novels, it was just kind of like, these are going to tie in. And we're like, okay, when? And now is when they tie in.
Payoff, yeah.
Honestly. So good.
Really adds who knows what can happen now.
Who knows?
I just want to say, Peyton Johnson says, God damn, Noah looking handsome. I just want everybody to know.
Thank you for
That's what they're
stroking his
talking
ego. He needed it.
People saying Sam Woodward cameo. I went and looked at it. I don't think that's Sam Woodward.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's Sam. It might be, but I don't think it is.
Yeah. Guys, so we saw Krayt Dragon.
We did. We saw a krayt dragon for the first time.
That's pretty huge. That was cool. But let's talk, before we get to the big thing, let's talk about the beginning of the episode where Mando is on Tatooine.
Yep.
And he is, seeing the Gamorrean fighters.
I don't think that's on Tatooine. No, that's not on Tatooine.
I'm sorry. No, you're right.
Yeah, that's right.
He's on another
That's
planet.
not on Tatooine. They tell him to go to
Somewhere
Tatooine.
else.
And we saw the Gamorrean fighters, which I thought were awesome. We got that teased all the way back during, I think, when season 1 was still airing, and they renewed it for season 2.
Yeah.
John Favreau posted that picture of the maquette. So that was cool to see. And then we saw the one-eyed guy. And then we all realized that the first 2 minutes of this, we're like, oh, this is everything we've seen in the trailers.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is crazy that the majority of the trailers were only the first 2 minutes of the show. So Mando fights all these guys, the one-eyed man who is played by John
Leguizamo, I believe.
Yeah.
John.
I think he's
Leguizamo.
definitely in the episode somewhere. I think that was just my guess.
I think that's him
I didn't see
because a lot of people were speculating that before. I thought that was Favreau's voice.
Which, first of all, I love him. And I'm so excited to rewatch it and just fangirl over John Leguizamo being in Star Wars. That's just not a bleh.
Okay, people are saying that was Anakin's pod that Cobb was on.
Really?
Someone said Cobb on. This is Gavin here says Cobb on Anakin's pod, and
it was the same color scheme.
it was, and so I don't know, but
I feel maybe I'm wrong. I need to rewatch. This is on the first viewing.
Yeah.
I need to study it a few more times, but I thought it was maybe it was a new paint job, but it did look like the same model of pod to me.
Yeah, I agree. Also,
it was Nikki. It's Anakin's engine.
Okay, and here's the thing though. Nikki Kumar is the authority on pod racing.
That's right.
So what Nikki says, I trust him.
Huh?
Send Nikki the link.
Nikki, do you want to hop on? I don't know. Does he want to hop on right now?
Nikki, do you want to hop on? Honestly,
that'd be great.
Let us know.
Yeah. If you want to hop on the stream, text Clare and we'll look at you.
Please do.
I'm
waiting.
Now that we know that's Anakin's pod racer, holy shit, that's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Anakin Skywalker. Okay, yeah, that just spiced that
awesome.
A little more for me.
That is spicy.
We got to see the.
Nikki said he's down.
All right,
cool.
dude.
Yeah,
Nikki, I'm gonna send it to you on Twitter. All right, man.
Come join us, buddy.
The things that we noticed was, of course, okay. Well, so Boba. Sorry, let's not get too far ahead. Sorry.
Sorry. Let's walk before we run.
So, exactly. So Mando is told by the one-eyed guy that his name is Grare or something. Gar, I think it's Gar. Is told to
Gar Konak.
Yeah, Gar is told to. He's like he knows of other Mandalorians, so a lot of trailer dialogue is in there. And then Mando leaves him for dead, and he's eaten by these creatures that we see in Rebels and Clone Wars, and they only are attracted to complete darkness. When there's lights out, they don't attack. When there's darkness, they do attack. We saw them in the Bad Batch, and then we saw them in the first season of Rebels. So that was pretty cool.
Other one.
So then Mando goes to Tatooine, where we find Cobb Vanth in the Boba Fett armor, which
is wild.
Corey, can you unplug that?
Unplug that one.
I think he's gonna come in. We gotta have
movie magic right here.
That's right. Absolutely. So Cobb Vanth is there, played by the amazing Timothy Olyphant, who did a phenomenal job.
There could, honestly, since we heard that Timothy Olyphant could be in The Mandalorian, literally, there's no other person that could play that character as well.
Yeah.
I really hope that that's not the end of Cobb Vanth in the Mando, because he stole every scene, and I'm really, really glad that he dominated this episode screen time wise.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I'll add is our reaction is not yet up for obviously this episode. We're editing it as we're doing this live stream, so it won't be up probably till the morning, like a couple hours from now. But our reaction to Cobb Vanth
was crazy.
Insane. Like, we definitely woke up this apartment complex.
Yeah,
for sure.
Sorry to the apartment.
Just imagine if that times 20 when we get to the eventual.
Oh my gosh! To the big old Ahsoka Tano reveal.
Yeah.
I will not be okay. No. Thankfully, I live alone, so I won't wake up any roommates. But sorry,
I might wake up the cat though.
Just come down
yeah, I've got the money for that one.
Yeah, well, I fucking love this episode. I thought it was so fucking good, and we do like a review in the reaction. But I mean, we can just say it now. Like, I fucking love it. It was probably my favorite episode of Mando I've ever seen.
It is my favorite episode of The Mandalorian so far.
Yeah.
It's top 3 for me for sure. Like, I think I just really love Chapter 8 so much and everything that's... I'm sorry, Giancarlo Esposito. I'm sorry. I love that guy.
But they're going to up the ante, and the second that Moff Gideon comes back in season 2, we're all going to fall out of our chairs again, 100%. In my case. Yeah. Get ready for that reaction video.
All right, we got Nikki.
Nikki! Hey, buddy. Exactly.
Absolutely.
How are you 3?
Oh my God.
Fantastic.
There we go. Well, thanks for inviting me on the fly.
Of course. Dude, thanks for coming on the fly.
Thanks for being ready to go, man.
It's fucking 4 in the morning here.
So, Nikki, what was your reaction when you saw Cobb Vanth?
Dude, Cobb Vanth, man.
That's the boy, right?
My reaction. So I went digging through all my Legos, and I was like, let's try and make a Cobb Vanth.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, Nikki.
Man,
awesome.
He's a work in progress, okay?
Awesome.
So, oh, man, what an entry. Wow. That was so cool. It was so... and Timothy Olyphant, like you guys were saying.
So
he was so cool.
Impeccable casting.
Yeah, no, there's so much to this. I can't believe this was the premiere.
Josh Woodbury, right. Josh Woodbury said something I kept thinking to myself. He said, "What a wild episode! I can't believe it's real." I literally couldn't believe what I was seeing. Yeah. It was kind of that. It was like, I cannot believe we're saying, first off, Timothy Olyphant in Star Wars, which is something that I never thought I wanted, and then it's amazing. And then also seeing Cobb Vanth, somebody from the Aftermath novel, and then also obviously at the end, seeing a krayt dragon, and also seeing Tusken Raiders the way they're portrayed was really cool. And then also at the end, you see the big dog Boba back, like without a helmet, without it, looking like a badass, looking beat up.
Blah.
He's got some scarring, but
I think we all died at the same time and were revived the minute we just saw Tamora Morrison. Okay,
I do have a question though about Tamora Morrison's appearance. Do you guys think that? So obviously we're all crazy people here. We are up until 4 a.m. watching The Mandalorian. And that being said, do you think the average fan knows what is coming?
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
No, I don't think so.
Like honestly, because we're like, it's Tim.
Well,
do you think they're sitting there going, I think I've seen that guy somewhere.
I think what a lot of people are going to do is see that and look up YouTube
it's
videos.
the guy from Aquaman.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Or Couples Retreat. He's in that movie. I know this is Couples Retreat with Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
Oh my.
We went back in time. No, what? A couple of days ago, we
were watching. It was just on TV, and I love Vince Vaughn.
And we're just watching it, and Tamora Morrison shows up, and I'm like, oh, well, okay.
Yeah, it was really random. And also, I just want to give a little. This is our reaction. This is our reaction to when Boba Fett was on screen for the first time. We could not believe it. And
shook.
Oh my gosh, that's pure bliss right there. That's all you need.
He looked amazing.
He does. He looks
and, like,
so cool.
Just that silhouette with the suns, and it's like, oh my God, what are you doing to me?
And whatever weird nonsense weapon, like curved ski pole nonsense was going on. I cannot wait till hopefully the next episode when we see what's going on.
CMJ, M Cup and wigs. I think it's makeup.
And wigs, yeah.
I think Boba is still the person who picked up Fennec Shan, so I think he will be back. That's an interesting theory. I don't know about that, but it's definitely an interesting theory.
Because we got the jingle jangle of Cobb Vanth in this episode too. When
we
took a step, there
was the
little going
on, which was very exciting. So there's one other thing I thought. I do think this is the end of Fennec Shan. I know we were wondering if that was something.
God, man.
Yeah. I have a feeling. Hey, no, I'm airdropping the episode.
Okay.
Or maybe Boba and Fennec Shan work together or something. You never know. Maybe Boba saved her. So we're gonna talk about Boba Fett. Let's just do it. Let's talk about Boba Fett. Tamora Morrison back. It's a dream for so many of us fans of Star Wars, but not just Star Wars, but of the prequels and seeing Tamora Morrison as Jango Fett. And and that's like to talk about that comment we got. It's crazy that we saw Tamora Morrison's Boba Fett again.
I know.
This is the first time in canon that we've seen Boba Fett unhelmeted post Clone Wars.
And it's Tim, baby.
And
Sithrony says something funny. He says Tatooine's more overused than Maul.
Oh, that hurts me.
Yeah.
I will say that the Imperial Senate podcast and Nikki and I are the biggest stans of Tamora Morrison. So I hope that we're dying as much as I was, Nikki, when you did in fact see him on screen, because I'm supposed to talk about this episode, and it's gonna come out as like blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah,
just excitement.
No, for sure. And I cannot wait for him to get some lines. Like it's just gonna be so exciting to hear his voice, and
I'm gonna cry.
I hope he mentions that Tanwi is here again. But
yeah, literally, that's exactly what went through my mind. Because when the krayt dragon was he finally exploded, I turned to these two. I'm like, what if they just like grab Boba and like he's just like, Dad, Tanwi, he's still alive.
I'm just listening to you. I'm tired.
You're looking at me very intensely.
Justin Rodriguez. Oh my God, I just finished watching. I love seeing these reactions. So Randall Collier. What if that wasn't Boba and it was just a clone?
No, Randall.
Please don't. I mean, I love clones, but that's definitely Boba. So, Nikki, guys, my biggest question now is, what has Homie been up to, Boba Fett? What has Boba Fett been up to that he hasn't tried to get his armor back? Like, is he down in the dumps? Is he done with bounty hunting? And he's like, oh, maybe I'll get into it now. What do you guys think?
Corey, I have no fucking idea. Honestly, I don't know. Because that was a good question. You're like, why is he just chilling? Like, why is he not like fighting to get him back? But I don't know.
Honestly, my completely incorrect thought as of next week when we find out the real answer is I think that getting swallowed by the Sarlacc and everybody thinking you're dead is a really good out to like chill out.
Yeah.
Have a relaxing, no stress life. Yeah. Make a couple pina coladas and sit by the water in Naboo or wherever you want to retire to. That's a pretty good excuse to like not have to worry about getting killed everywhere you go. Just be someone else and have a low stress life. I would be like, all right, great, I'm out. Honestly, thank you.
After being injected into a Sarlacc.
Yeah, well, that's what Will McLean says. Life is hard, man. He said, "F it, I'm retired."
Mickey, what do you think, man?
Getting swallowed by a Sarlacc changes a man. I think we can.
Yeah,
we can assume that. But yeah, I mean, he had weapons, so he's clearly still fending things off and whatnot. So I don't know. I don't think it's been peaceful for him. He looks a little. He needs that helmet back. His skin looked a little washed out by that sun.
Yeah.
Can you ask
or by those suns?
Yes, we'll screen share the.
All right. So again, for those of you who haven't the episode, this is whack. Don't stop watching. Stop looking. We're gonna share some images of Boba from Mandalorian. That's great, guys. For so long in the canon, Boba was dead, and now he's back. This is like almost like that Darth Maul moment.
What was it? Boba Fett's back, baby. Star Wars is back, baby.
Oh my
god!
Look at the man himself.
Amazing.
He's been through it though.
Yeah, he really.
He looks awful, but at the same time, looks amazing.
Yes.
A man's
The
got
fact
a
that he's still
gappy
kicking
stick.
it.
Yeah.
For real.
Look at him.
He's gonna smack y'all.
Another shot. He looks fantastic, and he does. I can't tell if he's like scarred or he just looks really pale right now. I don't really know what's going on.
He looks to me. It looks like the Sarlacc the Sarlacc has left some Sarlaccs on him. Is what's going on.
I feel like he was just like standing out there. He sees Cobb Vanth and didn't try to take the armor. Okay. And he turns around and walks away.
All right, for sure. I'm gonna go sleep.
Cool.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Is his eyebrows?
I'm gonna go make a Mai Tai.
I think his eyebrows are gone. I think the Sarlacc burned off all hair that he had.
Those
Oh,
digestive
he's messed up.
juices, those will get you.
Man.
Yeah.
He definitely looks messed up. Like,
Yeah.
man's been.
But we don't know. We don't know
What
if he removed his eyebrows. Before he always had the
Yeah, it
helmet
might
on.
have just waxed.
Maybe this is a decision he made way back when.
Well, actually, interestingly enough, I do remember now in season 4 of Clone Wars, Boba does have shaved eyebrows. Like they're very thin. I noticed it because he has the bald head in Clone Wars.
1990s girl style.
Yes.
Sorry.
There you go.
He's like, you gotta pluck him.
Gotta pluck them till they're basically not there anymore.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, like I think Boba, this is kind of like reminiscent of Clone Wars Boba's like style, which is cool. Following the canon, of course.
So cool.
So, guys, when do you think we're seeing Boba again in the season?
I'll let y'all answer that one first. I don't know.
I feel. Oh God, my heart wants it to be next episode, but I don't think it will be. I think we have to wait a while to get that Boba. That being said, I could also see them waiting, but they better not.
I hope. I do.
Honestly,
He appears in this season. I hope it's not just like, oh, here he is, and by the way, because you could have done that at the end of Chapter 5 last season. I feel like this was clearly a setup for this season. If I were to guess, I'm going to go on a limb and say that he's going to hunt Din Djarin, the child now, because maybe he's like, I'm going to get back into this bounty hunting business. Like, this child is worth.
it's a complicated profession, but I want back in.
Like, imagine if Boba is the reason that Moff Gideon gets a child.
No.
What a douche.
What a douche. I second that, Nikki.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced we're done with Tatooine yet. So I'm gonna put my
I don't think we
cards
are
down
either.
on next episode. I think we'll see him soon.
Next episode. Oh,
I hope so.
yeah. Maybe because we didn't see Den leave.
Right.
He's still there.
He's still chilling.
We saw some more pit droids in this episode.
Yeah,
of course.
that's always nice. It's always nice.
And my girl, Princess Carolyn from BoJack Horseman, aka Amy Sedaris. You know, she was better this time around.
Okay, so what was this? The pearl? What's a pearl? Like what?
Oh, the pearl inside of the krayt dragon,
dragon, yeah.
after they, yeah.
I thought it was an egg, but I guess it's a pearl. Do krayt dragons have pearls? Is that a thing? Are we all? I thought.
We thought it was an egg. Yeah, so that was
We did.
Yeah,
it was a
we
pearl.
We just want that Suga. We want that sweet
We want that Suga. Nikki, you're
Yeah.
damn right we want that Suga.
Well, actually, Nikki, you pointed out that that's Anakin Skywalker's pod racer part.
Yeah, I'm fairly confident it is, and a lot of other people are, I think. It's just so you know how he's got those like 3 fins on the front.
Yeah.
So, like one of them's been taken off and it's like flipped. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. And
I made a weird noise.
Just purred.
he loves an engine. Our guy loves an engine. No, yeah, it's pretty much looks like it. So it's a pretty great Easter egg.
The pearl shows up in Error to the Jedi. They're said to have Kyber. Ooh.
Oh wow, they're doing a lot of deep cuts.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
I love that like Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are going so into the lore.
Yes.
They're pulling out all the stuff from like EU books and the canon books, and wow,
We are blessed.
that's crazy. So
Bunch of nerds.
when Timothy Oliphant walked in and
Oh,
we saw the
my
Boba armor, oh my god.
You look badass.
Lucasfilm,
Dude, yeah.
I have a dog in my lap and on both of my arms. Otherwise, I would clap. But good lord.
Yeah.
Good
the
lord.
minute I saw the helmet, I was like, dude,
No
this is crazy.
And then whenever Timothy took the helmet off, or whenever the helmet was on the table, I was like, oh my god! I've been so excited to see Timothy Oliphant. I was like, what's he gonna look like? I love the red. I love the red.
yeah.
I think I like the
Oversized
sweater,
turtleneck
Yeah.
sweater
I'm gonna
nonsense.
do a quick costume change for you on.
Like I'm gonna be eating Cobb salad. I'm gonna
Hell
be
yeah.
corn on the cob.
I would take a bite out of that corn
it
on
is
the cob.
it is Cobb Vanth week until next Friday
It
blows my
is.
mind.
Yes.
I can't like, what's his name? Chuck Wendig must
Chuck
be like.
Shout out to Chuck.
Hey guys, my character's in Star Wars now. Live action. How about that?
That is real.
I mean, that's something that a lot of authors can say. Like, obviously, you know, Timothy Zahn can say, but this is another case where a character from the books is fully realized into live action.
So cool.
And I personally did not know who Cobb Vanth was until this year. So
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't read the Aftermath books.
Claire's a nerd and did know who that
I
is.
mean, yeah, I read that one before episode 7 came out, but that came out before episode 7. Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
Isn't he like
God,
he's not even a
time.
big part of that story though, right? Like, he's
No,
pretty-
he's
it's
one
like
of
a
the
chapter.
so the deal with Aftermath is like the main story, and then there's the interludes. He's an
Mm,
interlude in
okay.
between one of the main chapters, and it's one. And honestly, the interludes are the best part of that book, and that was one that definitely put my eyebrows way up into my hairline. I was just as high as my eyebrows could go. I'm like, what is the deal here?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember hearing about somebody wearing Bubba's armor. I just didn't know the name.
Mhm.
So, and I remember when that came out, that book came out, that bit of info came out, we were all like,
Wow. Philia says 3 out of 10, not enough guns.
true,
I agree.
True.
Solid
It
assessment.
wasn't practical enough.
Justin,
Fair criticism.
I know we're fake fans.
Big fans.
And-
Y'all know who Cop Fans was. Trash.
Yeah.
He also is kidding. Love you guys. Love you, Justin. You know, Justin, you want to call the Astros the Houston Astros, but the Dodgers just won a World Series after playing only 60 games in a regular season. So if anyone
Nope,
has an
nope,
asterisk
nope,
by his name,
Nope.
I'm
Nope.
just saying. I'm sorry.
Nope,
okay.
nope,
Okay.
nope,
All right.
Nope.
We're
Nope.
talking about copy.
All right. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Nope.
We're not gonna have you cry again on the slide.
We're gonna shut this down here, Noah. Congratulations, Justin, and congratulations, Nikki, for also losing a leg.
Congratulations, guys. I'm definitely not mad at all. Anyone else here? The special edition Krayt Dragon Obi-Wan screen? Yes, we did. I know. I noticed that immediately.
Yes, I honestly thought let Obi-Wan was gonna show up. I'm like, where you at?
Dude, I was like, if Obi-Wan shows up right now,
Well,
what the fuck is going on in this season?
I have a thought. Okay, so Cobb Vanth is older. I would say he's probably what in his 50s?
I say like mid
Wait, the
40s.
timeline doesn't work. I'm dumb. Continue.
Okay, it's all good. Kenobi, he'll be on Tatooine.
Mhm.
Why not put a younger Cobb Vanth in there?
I was thinking about that.
They just drinking in a bar though.
I was thinking about that, but it's like also like.
That's all. It's like, hey, I'm Cobb. Hey, I'm Ben. Okay, that's it.
But I get. But it have to be like a small because like until he gets the armor, he's really like just a
dude.
a dude. So it's like
He's chilling.
you know. What I mean?
That's so disrespectful. He's just a dude, so that's it.
Yeah, he's
That's
just a
rude.
dude.
Wow.
So rude. Just
Wow.
a dude.
So armor is what makes you special.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true.
Noah wouldn't be saying this season was an asterisk if the Strohs won, though. You goddamn right, Gavin. I wouldn't.
Hey, Noah.
What's up, baby?
Hey, Star Wars. Cobb
Oh,
Vanth.
man. Sorry, guys.
Jackson does not like this conversation.
Guys, one big thing that I kept realizing.
Corey for young Cobb and Obi-Wan.
Hey, I'm available.
I support it.
Thank you.
Me too.
Thank you.
Hashtag Corey for
After
Cobb.
Marvel ripped off my union idea today, I should be doing something. Let's go. Okay, so I think the next episode will be where Mando goes to that water planet. We'll see Sasha
Mhm.
Banks.
You really think it's going to be the next episode? I don't think really that's going to be till episode 3. Honestly.
Yeah, I think episode 3.
Yeah.
At least.
I think the next episode will be him getting off Tatooine,
Well, what if
and
the
maybe
next
he's going to
episode
run into
is Moff
Boba.
Gideon based, and it's just about the Empire.
I sure hope so.
Oh, that'd be wild.
Guys, how have we not talked about the child at all? That's so crazy. That
I know.
Honestly.
there was a ton of
He didn't have a big role though. He didn't have a role really in this
But
episode.
he had an adorable role.
He
He
was
did.
just cute, and I will say they definitely updated the puppet.
Yeah.
He looks a lot
Mhm.
better. He looked fine in season 1, but I think they just
Yeah,
upgraded
they
him a lot more.
updated it a little
He
He
bit.
does look
Boy.
a little bigger, so I think our boy's growing.
He's 51 now.
He's 51 now, yes. And I like when he was hiding.
Does it take place a year later? Is that what it is?
I doubt it.
Or we just, yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
I've just heard a lot of people say like he's about being a year later, so I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Thing is, Nikki, listen to this. So earlier we did a stream, and this is blowing my mind ever since I've been thinking about it. So, okay, so Baby Yoda's 50, right? Obviously. Yoda says he was training Jedi for 800 years. So he was 900 when he died. So that means that he was at 100 years old, he was training Jedi. So that means that Baby Yoda is going to have some crazy growth spurt in the next 50 years.
Yeah.
Isn't that
So
wild?
they peak early, or not peak, but they age fast and then
They age fast. They
really
just
slow.
go slow, then fast.
It doesn't matter. Whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
no,
it's
I'm
gonna be fascinating.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. I'm just like kind of thinking like, what's the appeal of teenage Baby Yoda? You know what I mean? Like grumpy, like back talk Baby Yoda. You know, it's kind of like Groot, exactly like Groot.
Mhm.
He's just on a data pad the whole time.
Yeah.
That'd be
Watch
weird.
my Holonet stories. Get out, Dad. You're not my real dad.
Maybe they molt. I don't.
Maybe.
Want
I
them,
don't like
Oh
that.
my
I don't
god.
want them to say that.
I don't want to watch a Baby Yoda molting scene, but I'm also kind of fascinated by that.
I
idea.
love how all those shots in the trailers of the Grief Karga and Karn, all of them together, is probably from the finale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
You think so?
yeah, I do.
that's okay.
Finale, huh? Oh, Jackson. All right.
think-
yeah. Well.
I think it'd be weird to go back to the same planet where the season 1 finale would be, or was, right?
Yeah.
Because that's on Navarro, right?
But I feel like the child was taken, and that's why they're in, like, because he's not anywhere to be seen, unless he left him on the ship again, as he always does. That's possible.
Dad of the Year strikes again.
Yeah, he did it one time in this episode, and we were all like, "Dude,
We're like seriously. That's what's his thing. Wherever I go, he goes.
Yeah.
Except for like when I go somewhere. Like, it's
I think there's another awkward conversation that needs to be brought up, and this episode further proved that Anakin Skywalker was kind of a douchebag,
oh yeah,
yeah.
because he could have just like maybe talked to those Tusken Raiders for a little bit,
Right.
Well,
instead of
I
just
mean-
murdering them all.
I mean, he did like tie up his mom and like beat her and like mercilessly.
Not cool, but also,
What if he found her, or what if before he found her, he talked to them and they were like, "Oh yeah, we have this like crushy plant thing, and that'll make her feel better." You never know.
That was literally everything we kept saying throughout the episode. We're like, wow, Anakin.
Yeah, wow, Anakin, you really
those
did
dogs
that,
you slaughtered, not just
tough luck,
women
man.
and children too. Like,
how about those Tuscan doggos that we got to see in their full glory this episode?
Incredible,
magnificent beasties, scary.
That's
magnificent.
What I love about Mando, and what I really loved about season 1, and they're continuing with season 2, is embracing everything, and they're totally doing that again. Like there's callbacks to everything in this episode, and one thing that I can't help but mention is I'm thinking about this like checklist of rumors that we've all seen on the internet at this point for Mando, and thinking, wow, 2 have already been checked in the first episode.
Yeah.
And earlier today, a Disney Plus account, an official Disney Plus account, shared a couple images of like Mandalorian season 2, like Easter egg hints, exciting, like from trailers, and they confirmed Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano,
which is nuts.
That process has been deleted, but it's happening. So,
oh man,
good job, guys.
Like the way we all reacted for this episode when Ahsoka freaking Tano is on screen, dude.
No.
It's game over.
I can't fathom.
Oh God, I still can't. I watched the first episode of the season already, and we saw Cobb Vanth, and I was like, "Wow, I can't believe this is real." And I still just thinking about Ahsoka.
I feel like this is like you watch like a season finale and you have that big moment. We just got that in the first episode.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that aspect ratio change?
Yes.
That was pretty fun. Yeah. Always a fan.
Pedro tweeted that he did do the Tusken Raider voice.
Oh,
so he was
beautiful.
there.
God, we love you, Pedro. Honestly,
I love Pedro. Yeah, I gotta watch this episode again pretty soon.
I'm gonna go to sleep, but I'll watch it first thing in the morning.
The scale and VFX for the Krayt Dragon was just insane.
Krayt Dragon, when like I was kind of hoping it would start flying, but it was cool when he came out and you just saw this dragon head.
Yeah.
Also, I will say one thing that also brought me quite a bit of joy. Y'all kept trying to sacrifice a bantha to the Krayt Dragon, and he never took the bantha. He's like, I see what you're doing. Yeah. You're trying to sacrifice an innocent creature. I'm going to eat you instead, jerks.
I kept thinking, too, when we saw...
Except for the exploding bantha. But
I was looking at that. Like, it dawned on me before he exploded. I'm like, guys, they're doing him dirty. Like, they just strapped him up.
He's he's like suicide bantha.
That was the goat when he was like tried to run off. He's like, I'm out of here.
This is exactly like when I saw like the ground start shaking. I was like, this seems like
Dune. Yes.
Yeah. I am at this point totally okay with not seeing Tatooine for a bit. I think it's excitingly so to see new locations in season 2. So I'm kind of glad this was the first episode, so that because my biggest question going into this is like, what brings Mando back to Tatooine?
Yeah.
And when that trailer dropped last week, and he said he was looking for other Mandos, that was kind of the big insinuation that like someone started Cobb Vanth.
Yeah. So Grandmaster Sean says, "Wait, who was it at the end scene? I'm confused. That's Boba Fett.
Boba
Fett.
Mr. Bob A. Feet.
Mr. Bobby Feet.
Tamora Morrison back at it again.
We missed you, Tim.
And who knows? Could he be cloning around later in this season? We'll see.
Oh my goodness, we were lost,
Nikki,
now we're found, and we're cloning around.
Do you think we'll see Captain Rex?
You know, if Sabine and Ahsoka are hanging around, it makes perfect sense that he's hanging around with them. So
yeah,
why not? Let's see it happen.
I'm actually going to send a StreamYard link here to Ross. Can you send it on?
Ross Fallon. You want me to invite Ross on?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Type in Ross. in the search bar, I put
That's
Ross.
You just
predictions for what's to come. What do you guys think is? So he's looking for other Mandalorians. It's clear someone's going to know about Bo-Katan, and he will go and try. So I'm starting to see the way this is going to go. So we start with here. He talks to Cobb Vanth. He still has to get off Tatooine. So like Nikki said, maybe this isn't the end of Boba, or maybe he'll be in the next episode. Someone has to lead him to Bo-Katan. I believe this is where Sasha Banks will come into play, who will...
We're trying to figure out what Jax wants to do.
Jax is in an interesting spot. He doesn't know what
He doesn't know if he wants to jump down or stay on my lap. I don't quite know. Either way, there's a dog butt in my face. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. If he farts right now, it's going to be real devastating for
Right.
you guys. Really devastating.
And I'm flying right back to Chicago.
It's gonna be like that krayt dragon spitting that stuff.
Yeah. Think about this for a second.
Yeah.
Imagine Tamora Morrison's Boba Fett right now with an older Cad Bane.
Whoa. That fell flat, brother. I'm sorry. No. I'm just kidding.
We're just contemplating.
We don't know what happened to Cad Bane.
Oh, Ross is here.
First of all,
Ross.
Major Cad Bane stands here.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I like Cad.
Never seen Cad Bane. Okay.
Dr. Cad.
You are
He's got a great hat.
It was already too much to process. Corey and Noah being in the same frame. Now Claire's there too.
Are you doing okay there, Ross? Is your brain a little scrambled? I traveled all the way from Chicago for the season premiere.
Right. Ross, what did I tell you?
Oh man. We're getting very good at predicting things.
Yeah. I told you, I'm like, Boba Fett, Cobb Vanth, episode 1. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the episode, Ross?
I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think it is the best Tatooine anything we've ever had in Star Wars. And I assume you guys have already gone in depth on spoilers, like we're clear at this point.
Oh, yeah. Let them fly.
Yeah, thanks to Disney Plus and their $3 billion platform for not having the episode available on desktop for the first hour. It was a really great time. I was watching an episode. I was watching Cobb Vanth and the Mandalorian fighting a krayt dragon on Tatooine with an army of Tusken Raiders. Like that's a real thing that I just watched.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Boba Fett made his return at the end. And
more Morrison.
Amazing. Oh. And the dude's eyebrows are gone.
Oh yeah.
They're gone. Oh my god.
Those
digestive Sarlacc juice.
That was us when we saw Boba. So, Ross, all of us here are big prequel stans. Did you know, Nikki pointed something out to us, and a bunch of other people have. Anakin Skywalker's pod racer part was in this episode.
I noticed it instantly. And my nerdy ass, throughout at one point in the episode, did the math as to how old that piece of pod racer actually is. And I added it up as the episode was playing, and I'm like, that piece of pod racer that Anakin built is 42 years old, has been in Mos Eisley for just like the entirety of the Skywalker saga, minus the sequel trilogy, and we're just like, of all the pod racer part, I mean, like, I get it, because at one point it was an iconic pod racer that won the Boonta Eve race, right? It's kind of a big deal, that pod racer. So I can see that pod racer's parts being circulated around Mos Eisley, but I'm like, listen, man, I love Anakin Skywalker. He's my favorite character in anything ever. But it's like, I'm like,
if you're about to, no, hold on. I think this is where it's going. Leave right now, because we're always talking about how Anakin.
What are you talking about, brother? We're giving you front and center. You about to say that's bad?
I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a great addition, and people besides us would not notice. But I was like, what are the odds of that? But it didn't bother me ultimately. Did you mute me that whole time?
The
whole time?
No, just now.
Just like the last
just
half.
for a second.
Oh my god, Rude.
So Ross, we were just talking about this, but yeah, we're definitely seeing Ahsoka Tano soon.
Buddy. Buddy. Let me tell you. My ass, the last year, has been just like, okay, we're in a Star Wars drought. The rumors are going nuts. Some of these have got to be fake. Like when we started getting, okay, Cobb Vanth from the Aftermath books is gonna be in the. I'm like,
Okay.
yeah. The story group, Dave Filoni knows that exists. Sure. Well, Jon Favreau knows all about the Aftermath book. He read them. Sure. And then he's here we are, and the most unlikely of the rumors that seemed like just the least likely of the bunch is like, hello, episode 1, Cobb Vanth in the house. Welcome, Defense Armor. And so if Cobb Vanth is real, it's all real. So now
It's all happening.
Ahsoka is happening. Bo-Katan is happening. Captain Rex might be happening. That one I'm still iffy on. But my God, if Cobb Vanth was real and Tamira Morrison is back on screen as Boba Fett, I think everything is officially on the table and all those rumors were true.
Yeah, I think that
Bring
was
him
the
on.
big thing. Yes, bring them on. Absolutely. Which email?
Corey Van Dyke.
Okay. Sorry, guys. We're also editing our reaction as we're doing this. So for those of you watching, we're working on content while we make content.
Hashtag content.
Hashtag
baby.
content.
Android Salt says, "Do you guys reckon Boba will be revengeful and want the armor back, or will
That's
he
not
be
the
more?"
vibe I got.
Yeah, I didn't either. It just seems like he's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's hard not to imagine like bringing Boba Fett back and not having it be in some way, shape, or form a 1-2 punch for everybody who's sitting there since 1980 going, Boba Fett!
Right.
You know, I feel like there's got to be some sort, like maybe I feel like to some extent, I don't think he'll be like out for vengeance against Cobb Vanth, but I think that he's going to be ready to kick some butt on behalf of Mandalore. I think that, and you know, he's not a real Mandalorian, he's a clone, yada, 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 but he, in the sense, can be a Mandalorian foundling. And I think this could be an opportunity for him to prove that he is Mandalorian.
Yeah. I've had this comment multiple times. It's they kind of retconned Cobb's origin. Do you know what they're talking about?
No.
Justin said that too. I don't know what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
I figured when we got to the mining colony, like the mining village out in Tatooine, I'm like, this probably.
Well, what is it, Ross? Though, because we don't even know what they're talking about.
I don't know either, but I never remembered anything about like a very specific like mining guild like village. I didn't remember anything like that from Cobb Vanth's story when I heard about it like several years ago. So I was like, yeah, that's probably not in the book when I saw it.
Yeah.
But can we? I know you guys have been here for a lot longer than me, but like, listen, we have arrived. Boba Fett has returned to Star Wars live action.
This is as big as Darth Maul returning. We're on that level.
This might be bigger.
Boba Fett lives.
It might be bigger.
Boba Fett's been an iconic character since 1980.
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah.
Or 1979, if you count the special or the Christmas special.
Oh my
I
lord.
didn't do this earlier, but listen, the main man himself is back. He's back.
Yes.
Now listen, man. If you know this stand like lights up. Look at that. Lights up.
Whoa.
Holy
Look
shit.
at
Oh
that.
my goodness.
I
You're
never
a
changed
fucking
the
nerd,
battery
dude.
for like 9 years. So listen. Okay.
Listen.
We're listening. We have been.
I was not prepared
Matthew Holland.
for all those straight on shots of the armor when Cobb Vanth was wearing it, and
Yeah.
they focused in. I'm like, oh, that's Boba Fett's armor. It's back. It's live. Oh,
Yeah.
and it's not from 1980. Oh, I'm in 2020. It's crystal clear, beautiful 4K on the volume. Oh, look at that beauty.
It's crystal clear.
So-
this guy Ross. I will say Matthew Holland does. I thought the Death Star scene was so dope. Like with the scene where they are watching the Death Star blow up on the hologram
So-
thing,
Nuts.
and everyone gets
Ross,
excited.
When you guys saw the title of Chapter 9 as the Marshal, did it click right there and then?
Well, I think it was said in the episode that there was like another Mandalorian on Tatooine, so I already figured it was Cobb Vanth.
Right, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's like.
Well, when you see the
already
Marshal,
you see the Marshal, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
But
You're
yeah,
like, oh, they're about to go see Cobb. Yeah.
enough pieces just like immediately fell into place for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One thing that immediately
Yeah.
occurred to me with the armor, I'm like, wow, it's in great shape. Like,
Yeah, it's in surprisingly good shape.
For like chilling in some digestive juices for a while. Yeah, it's looking good, man.
Beskar holds up, you know.
Mhm.
you can assume that, like, okay, so I think now the assumption is Boba Fett got out quick. Like, he must not have been in there long in the Sarlacc. He must
Yeah.
have been in
It's
and
been
out.
like right after Luke dips, like he's there. He gets out.
I think that weird legend story where he's just like hanging out, like starting up a Sarlacc Mickey Mouse clubhouse down in there is like not like I'm pretty sure like he probably like in Return of the Jedi now they'll probably make it if they show it he fell in flamethrower burned his way out but got burned himself and that's why the armor is still intact because I was looking I'm like damn aside from the new scuffs it looks great.
Yeah.
And obviously Cobb Vanth might have repaired it, but dude, like the main integrity of the whole thing, like even the mythosaur is still on the shoulder. I'm like,
yeah,
Beautiful.
amazing.
it's 5:30, and I'm not serious. And like, I don't know what to think. It's windy outside. There's a hurricane coming or came and went. I don't know. I don't necessarily care, but like,
Right.
bro, was
Hurricane
the
Boba.
mythosaur relative of the or I'm sorry, was the krayt dragon related to the Zilla Beast? Because bro, did you see that thing's head? It
Very cool.
looks like a Zilla Beast.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I think one thing to add is Din Djarin knowing Tusken Raider language is pretty cool. He knew what to do. The music was on point.
Oh yeah, Ludwig does no wrong. He does
Ludwig,
no wrong.
Emmy Award-winning Ludwig, who
Yes.
writes
Yeah.
Din Djarin's music.
Oh, dude, the new Tusken Raider theme. I was like, oh
Yeah,
my God,
buddy.
I loved it. But okay, now, all right, you guys know me. I got to be negative. So let me say one thing. This episode was amazing. Like I said when I first got in here, that's
exactly what I said.
Tatooine content we've ever had, ever. This was amazing. This is as good as it gets for Tatooine. So can we please stop going to Tatooine?
Yeah.
I'm begging. Please.
Like, we did it. We did
Yeah.
it really
I'm
well.
I'm with you on that, Ross. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, when the episode started off and he landed back in Mos Eisley and there was that stupid lady again from Chapter 5, I was like,
Leave Amy
straight up-
Sedaris alone.
I straight up, I got out of my
She's
chair.
working hard.
I walked
is.
away.
She and her
Cheers,
pit
man.
droids.
Take it
Hard as
anymore.
fuck.
I have PTSD from Chapter 5.
I literally
I
looked
just
right at
walked
the
away.
camera. The minute that she was on screen, I looked right at the camera because I was imagining I was looking at Ross because him and I we share very similar opinions. I was looking at the camera, I'm like, because it just gave me PTSD to Chapter 5.
Listen,
Cool though.
I know that lady is like a famous actress or something. I don't know. I wasn't alive when she was active most
I
of the time.
wasn't alive when she was active.
But like,
She's active now.
Yes.
I mean, when she came up in the industry, I don't know. I don't
When she came
know
up
her
in the
name.
industry,
I'm not being
ladies and gentlemen.
disrespectful. I'm just offering my perspective, which isn't worth much. But listen, that lady, every time, like clearly it wasn't just Dave Filoni's directing in Chapter 5, because watching her again, I still wanted to die. Like I was prepared to leave. Watching her again in this episode, and it started me off real bad, but then like the rest of it was incredible.
You know what I thought, Ross?
Wait, hold on. We have a comment. I love this. This is my new headcanon. Snive Flem Film says she's the old lady who talks to Ray at the end of Tross. Amy said
The old lady who probably thinks that Ray is like a schizophrenic at the end. Talking to.
Well, here's the thing. I started to become convinced of something for a minute when when Amy Sedaris appeared and then Mando got on the speeder bike. I'm like, the possibilities of Toro returning just like shot up.
There was a split second where I went, "Is he gonna
I
be
literally
here?"
was like, oh, is he gonna be
Oh, dude!
nice tin can, Mando?
I said during my reaction, I'm like before we knew it was a krayt dragon coming up in the sand. I'm like, oh, It's an army of Calicans. Here they come.
They didn't bury him deep enough.
He multiplied.
Yes, they Calican.
He laid eggs.
I mean, hell, the Tusken Raiders, freaking little like cup orb thing made the same sound as the Geonosian brainworm pods. So I'm like, maybe Toro's back. Undead
Dangerous
brainworm.
nonsense.
Oh my god! If Toro was back, I would have to get a tattoo. So
Yeah, you would.
I think this confirms I'll never have to get that.
Yeah, if
don't
he
know
didn't,
about
if he
that.
didn't show up in this, well, maybe season 3.
Maybe season 3, and
Listen.
I'll have to fly back down, and we'll get you a tattoo, man.
Amy Sedaris, maybe like I wanted to die all over again. But like, listen, when we got further into the episode, and once we got about 2/3 in, and we're still doing this Tusken Raider sign language shit, and we're still like, and Mando's making all the roars and grunts. It's like,
I love it. Grunt at me more, Pedro.
well, let's never do this again.
Yeah.
It's been great this one time, but please, no more Tatooine.
Yeah.
Well, I actually said kind of the same thing while we were watching it. Is this is definitely the best we've gotten of Tusken Raiders, but I do agree that it's time. It's time. Like, and I know in Obi-Wan we're gonna get it, but it's natural for the story. Because, and I think that's what was cool about this is this felt natural for the story too.
Right.
So it worked.
I think that's all that matters, really.
Right.
Like,
yeah, as long as
I
it's
wouldn't-
natural.
I would never say like don't go back because something it could always be useful.
Right, though,
So
with inspiration.
I feel like that was how I felt with Chapter 5. Is I was like, I didn't think it served the story. But this served the story.
Chapter 5 was a blatant nostalgia mess.
Yeah.
That's all that was. Didn't
Yeah.
contribute to the story at all.
Yeah.
This contributed to the story in a huge, major way. It's great. It's really great. It's like, dude, I would almost be inclined to call this a side episode, but it really wasn't. But if you did call it one, I mean, it would be fair. But it's like,
This guy standing up.
it's like
I am like,
he's like stump
so many
speeching.
thoughts. Dude, it's just like, you have Cobb Vanth, you have the Boba Fett armor, and really, that sets the stage for the whole episode, and that's the story. That's the narrative. It's not, a ton that's contributing to the main plot at all times, but like, it's immediately established. It's there in the background, and it takes you through all the way throughout the whole episode. Chapter 5 had no such thing, and Chapter 6 did not either. Both of those episodes did not contribute ever to the story, but this did immediately, and sent us on the way for the rest of the 40-minute, 45, 50 minutes.
Right.
Like this, it's very basic stuff that those 2 episodes of the first season did not have.
Yeah.
And no, this was amazing. It was divine. And I picturing Tamira Morrison as he appears now going against Din and Boba maybe meeting Ahsoka and Bo-Katan.
I'm not, I've said this since way before the season came out. I'm not emotionally prepared to see what's about to come into my eyeballs over the rest of season 2 of The Mandalorian. And this season premiere, hey Jackson, this season premiere absolutely solidified that from what we've got. I have good ideas of where we're going, but am I ready to watch that actually happening? No, not one bit.
No. It's hard for me to still imagine that we're actually going to see a live action Ahsoka, and this was the first time where all those rumors became like, oh wow, this is a sure bet now. Like this is happening.
Yeah, I cannot form full sentences when we talk about live action Ahsoka. I still can't. I can't. It's
Bro.
Oh.
Bro. So let's talk about our predictions from earlier yesterday.
Yeah.
We were like, okay, Cobb Vanth, and I even went as far as to say they are definitely, not definitely, but I went as far as to say they're going to have like a Western style, showdown. And I figured Cobb Vanth would just kind of be a cameo character, and then Mando would just take him out and then get the armor back and be like, okay, now I got to go find who this really belongs to, and that would be the end of Cobb. I was not expecting all of this.
No, me either.
I
The whole
a
episode.
Western standoff, and you just take Cobb Vanth out, and it's like, oh, there goes your aftermath guy. He's gone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, 100%. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up because we've got some editing to do.
And it's
And
4:42 a.m. in our time zone.
Pretty early. Thank you guys for everyone who's watching for tuning in this late. And I know we're going to get a bunch of people watching this over the weekend. So thank you for tuning in. We're going to be doing these each week leading up to the finale on December 18th. We've got 7 more weeks of Mando. Star Wars season is back. We're back. Very exciting. And final thoughts are thank you, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and Lucasfilm for bringing this together, and the wait was worth it, and I can't wait to see where we go from here. Really glad that we started with Tatooine to establish all of that and, move on to what's next.
Claire, where can they follow you on Twitter and Instagram and all that?
And Instagram
and all the goods.
all the social medias. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at cstribs, and you can find Nikki and my reaction to this episode coming up very soon on podcatchers, wherever you like to find them. We're at Imp Senate Pod on Twitter and at Imperial Senate Pod on Instagram. And after I sleep on this, and I think Nikki and I are going to have a lot to talk about soon.
Oh, man.
Nikki, where can they follow you on social media?
Yeah, like Claire said, at Imp Senate Pod on Twitter, you can find us all there. And then for me, you can find me at Naquicious. That is Naquicious.
Core?
Ross.
Ross. Sorry, Ross. Sorry. I was going to go Core,
Ross
and
and Child.
Yes, and the child.
Well, you can find me and Baby Yoda at MGF Customs everywhere, making custom Lego minifigures like Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. I'm working on a video for them going up over the weekend. I've been putting so much work into it that it isn't just the lady from Chapter 5 returning that makes me want to die. But listen, I am so excited for Boba Fett to, in this season, hunt down Mace Windu yet again. Now that he transfer into a new body using secrets only the Sith knew. Boba Fett is out for revenge one last time. And season 2 is going to be some of the best Star Wars content we have ever had based on this episode.
Bingo. I agree. Corey, where can they follow you on the interwebs?
At Corey_Wolfpack on Twitter, KR Transmissions on Twitter, here at Kessel Run Transmissions on YouTube. Please subscribe, like, comment, notifications. Cool.
He's so tired, but he's so good at rattling off that information.
Right. I just know that I got like 5 more hours of editing work. So
it's almost 6 a.m.
Yeah, man. You can follow me on Twitter at Outlaw Noah, on Instagram at The Outlaw Noah, and like Corey said, KR Transmissions on Twitter and Kessel Run Transmissions on Instagram. Guys, make sure you subscribe. We're going to do these every week for every single episode. Make sure you keep an eye out for our reaction. We'll be up on the channel here in a little bit, and make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff if you enjoyed what you saw. And other than that, thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll see you later.
This is the way.
This is the way.